Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game, thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Ibrahimovic gets flagged offside. No, he's had it taken off him. And it's Rice. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he spark a counter here? Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now that looks a decent ball. Rice. Pato. Best. Nesta makes the interception.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
And he's managed to get free. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Pato! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling.
Real chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Cruyff! Oh, it rattles the bar! Danger averted for now. Oh, this is a great position. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Neymar.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Rice. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, there's a probing ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. Neymar. Now this could be a chance. Ibrahimovic. Cafu. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Neymar. Oh, super ball. Chance, surely! It's there!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
India have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case.
And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
India leading 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Has a look and place it forward. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Seedorf. Ibrahimovic. No, again, there's no way through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And here's Cruyff. That's a lovely, neat pass. Neymar. Well-timed, excellent interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Pato. Czech claims comfortably.
Lexington really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Neymar, pass somewhat off target. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Rice takes control of it and he's on the move. Pato, he's got away. Big chance! Has another go! It's hit the upright. And the lead stays intact, just.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Neymar. And the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that should get the job done. And this is Cruyff. And he shoots!
India clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Cruyff. That's a good run down the left. Swept in. Ibrahimovic. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's
face to face with the keeper. Chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And he nearly went all the way.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Neymar goes short. And the finish! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or...
And the shot! It's a goal! 2-0, and in next to no time. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. They're
misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
India have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. So we're just settling back into this second half. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tries to pass it through. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Hazard. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And here's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's out for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Oh, that pass isn't the best. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Neymar. He's got away. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's had a shot! Oh, yes, it's there!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
It's become a case of men against boys. And he gets rid in a hurry. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Deftly away. Looking for the run. And it's been played through. Roberto Carlos. And it's Neymar. Can he get it through? He's being urged to shoot. Rice. Here's Chouameni. And that's that. India pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. The extremely prolific Roy Mackay must be one of the most underrated players of his era, Jim. Never made that much of an impact on the international stage, actually.
That's true. The Dutch weren't short of striking talent at that time, of course, Peter.
And I suppose he could have suffered. He gets big! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss
Neymar!
will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Neymar. Goes for a shot! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late. This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Good chance here! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And this is Eto'o. He's one-on-one! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. India presented with a golden opportunity here. Ball on the spot. Can he? The comeback is complete! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
India go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Eto'o producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. He's got away. It's Neymar! Oh, taken with style. And he is just ripping it up. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team.
Takes a shot! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. The action has already started. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply as the King.
It's as though the game was meant...
And Del Piero! Wonderful from Del Piero!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
India are already chasing the game. They didn't... And the finish! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Can he get on the end of this? Can he latch onto this? Now it's Messi. It's run loose here. Might be danger here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Pele. And here's Del Piero. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Gehi cuts it out.
India are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Cafu. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. That is a great pick out. Tries a shot! No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Seedorf. Bullet. Gattuso kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pele. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Gently done. And here's Del Piero. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Cruyff. And there's green grass ahead of him. Jordi Alba. Hullet going full steam ahead down the left flank. Del Piero. Del Piero charging forward. The big chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Played out to the right. Now the delivery. There's the header! And the keeper has reacted. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
India will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Goes for a shot! He's scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way.
Pele! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Now it's Eto'o. Over to the left. Now it's Seedorf. And he's managed to get free. And the shot! India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. India have their second corner now. And the shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
India go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Messi. Gattuso. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well read, nice interception. Gattuso, and that's really well manoeuvred.
Del Piero really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again...
Chance! Yes! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Eto'o demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Messi! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
India have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
And smartly reclaimed.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's found a way past. Gattuso does well to stand up to him. Quarter of an hour played. It's gone out for a throw-in. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Cannavaro. India leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Neymar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's managed to get free. And Messi! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
That's a delicate pass. Check. Looking for the run. Wilshere. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nicely weighted ball. Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's in on goal. Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Can he get it through? And that's a good ball. Chance for a shot! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
India are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
India have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think that...
And it's been given away. Can he finish? And it's in. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that is about as cool as they come. He's having a shot! Goal! Argentina! And the comeback is complete. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Argentina get themselves into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Nicely worked. He's in a good position here. And the finish! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Argentina take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And we have our very first corner. Vieira getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's there to clear it. And it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. India are looking to go forward now. Rummenigge tries to pass it through. Oh, what a ball! Gerrard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Eto'o. Can he get on the end of this? Big chance! Goal! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Real chance! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good. And we hit half-time.